What have I gone and done, guys? I've over-modified the 200. Should I show you how much I weigh? I don't think I want to know. Oh my God. I cannot believe that. So we've taken the car over the scales and I was a little bloody surprised, to be honest. It's just amazing how quickly the weights add up when you're modifying your four-wheel drive. So if you're modifying your four-wheel drive, you may want to watch. I'm going to go through and list what mods I've got on the car, what recent ones I've put on, and also while we're here in this short little episode, guys, I'm going to do just run you through some of the few extra little accessories that I've put onto the Landcruiser 200 that's going to make things a little bit more easier when we're overlanding and traveling on the tracks and going away. So, and also too, upstairs on the roof rack, I'm kind of rearranging what I'm doing up there. I'll run through that real quickly. And yeah, because we are prepping for a big trip to Cape York in about 2 weeks' time. It's not going to be a full in-depth video on how I've prepped for the Cape York trip. For now, it's all about the weights and how the hell did I end up being over GVM. My next little project now is going to be mounting my new storage case on top of the roof rack. So previously I did have a taller one. It was smaller and taller, but I was looking for something that was a little bit more lower profile. So this one here is just from Trade Tools here in Queensland. It's a Renegade brand. I think it's about 94 litres in size, but it's the perfect height for me because I want to put my battery powered chainsaw in there, and there's just enough height for that to fit in. I saw a little hack online, and another YouTuber I follow, and he had anchored the box down with bolts into the channel rails of the Rhino rack roof rack. So I thought that was pretty unique. So I'm going to do that. That'll keep it down. I still might put a couple of small straps on each end when we do the Cape or when I travel, but by and large it'll be held down by these bolts. All right, so as we move along, guys, up here I've gotten rid of the MaxTrax side bracket. This is where I used to keep them. I'll just drop in some footage and show you guys. So look, the reason why I've moved the MaxTrax from the side is because the MaxTrax I wasn't using hardly ever. However, they were in my way every time I was trying to get stuff off the roof. So they're kind of a bit of a pain. So I've now decided to put the MaxTrax up on top of the roof rack, and I've got a flat bracket with some mounting pins. And with the MaxTrax 2, I've decided to go from 4 down to 2 to save some weight. And that's what this is all about. I'm trying to save every kilo I can to try and get it under GVM. So what I've done because when I got rid of those MaxTrax brackets, there was a shovel holder that I had in there as well. So I needed to get another shovel holder. And I picked up these ones here. These are Rhino rack, and I think they're called Stow It. And the great thing about these Stow-Its is you just push these 2 buttons to release it. I won't release that because the thing might fall. And then you take the take your shovel off, Great features of yeah, the Rhino Rack Stowit brackets here is that that kind of just ratchets back into place nice and tight, and that's also key lockable as well, guys. So I can lock that, shovel's nice and secure, and as we go along I've also got my axe, little splitter axe up there as well. Just in terms of what I had on board when I weighed the car, this is another addition to the 200, guys. This is a Boab brand 40 litre footwell water tank. So I've just got that recently, and I've got a tap and an outlet here. So that's all completely full. So that's 40 kilograms of weight. However, this is another little addition that's going to be great. This is going to be another great little addition. And I can just turn that tap on, gravity fed back up to that tank. So bear in mind that was full when I weighed the car. Got the second fridge, nothing in there at the moment. And down below here is the recovery bag. Believe it or not, that weighs about 15, 17 kilos. It's quite heavy. In here at the moment, this is quite empty, but this will just house bibs and bobs. We have a couple of bags to put in here. I'm not going to go into too much detail of what I've got in there. Just want to highlight those major items that has added up the weight. What I can say is I'm about 80% packed for this big trip to the Cape. I've got 2 fridges on board. I've got my recovery gear on board. I've got also most of my camping gear on board. Food, the fridges aren't full, but all the dry food's pretty much packed. Tools, recovery gear, I think I just said that. We just swing it around and have a look at the back. I've got all the airing down equipment, the MaxTrax Interflates, stools. This box has got camping equipment in it. And there's a box, and that's where I keep all my bibs and bobs and little glues and tapes and spare things that I may need while I'm out traveling. And in order to try and reduce the weight, that's one thing that I got out and I had a look at what was in there. And I'll just overlay a bit of footage there. You can see what I've got in there, and it clearly does add up. So how fat am I? How much do I weigh? What have I gone and done? Should I show you how much I weigh? I don't think I want to know. Oh my God, I cannot believe that. Over the scales, I jumped out of the car. The car was fully fueled, 273 litres of fuel, 40 litres of water. The only thing I didn't have in the car was myself and obviously Mick, who's coming with me on the next trip, cousin Mick. Bags of clothes, food for the fridges, and also the gear up on top. So swags, MaxTrax weren't on. And anyway, I estimate that to be about 300 kilos I need to add to that weight. So when I went over, as you can see there, 3,560 kilos, I think it is. I'll check, but I'll throw it in. So 3,560, I've got to allow about 300 kilos for those extra things, and that's going to put me over 3.8 tonne. So I have got the GVM upgrade, as you know, to 3.8, but it just goes to show that when you are packing your car for an extended touring trip with all these mods, you've really got to watch your weights, guys. Well, there you go. We're about 60 kilos over. So an easy fix, as I said, we just won't have all the fuel in because we do not need it for this trip. So anyway, we're about 2 weeks away from doing our trip up to Cape York. Keep your eyes out for it, guys. If you're interested, follow us on Instagram. Just searching for adventure, and you'll be able to see in real time. We're going to do some posts and reels as we do the Cape York trip. And after Cape York, we are doing another iconic trip overland on the way home from that as well. So you'll be able to see in real time where we're at and what we're doing before we put all the episodes up on YouTube. So again, thanks for watching. Hope you got something out of it. Give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you guys next time on Searching for Adventure. Cheers, guys.